Hi Virgo, welcome to Dream Prophet. I'm Caroline. This is your September 2018 reading. I'm going to start off with your love. Again, that's Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, September 2018. All right, got the cards. Here we go. That's what's coming for you in September in love. Getting to know each other. True love, finances and career, and codependency. Okay. For those who are wondering if you're with the right person, I feel like that's what you're sort of getting to know right now. You're getting to know each other, whether this is a true love or not. I think some of you too may be really focused on your finances and career with regards to this love interest. Perhaps you're wondering, can this person support themselves? Are they ambitious enough? Are you ambitious enough? Or perhaps that you're concentrating so much on your finances and career that you're not really putting a lot of effort into the love, your area of love right now. It's really important that you take the time to get to know each other slowly so that there isn't an issue of codependency. And what I mean by this is if your finances and career aren't where you want them to be right now in September, you may have a tendency to rely or look toward your love interest to fill that hole or that gap. And you really don't want to do that because that will affect the relationship presently and down the road. So you don't want to end up being in a codependent relationship because it takes away your power. And this is where it will result if you don't take the time to really get to know each other in the beginning. I do have true love and finances and career, but these were both upside down. So I do feel though that you're kind of wondering, is this the right person for me or not? And are they able to take care of themselves so that they don't end up in a codependency, and that can go vice versa for you or the other person that you're considering in the relationship. For those of you who are already with another person, perhaps because, there is true love there, but right now, love is sort of put on hold while you deal with your finances and career. Perhaps that's taking love is taking a backseat to finances and career right now, so it's causing you to depend on the other person moving forward because perhaps you're looking for a job or the contracts that you've been hoping for didn't come through, so you're having to rely on your partner for finances, and it's just taking the time this month to recognize that and communicate with each other what it is that your needs are so that this doesn't end up becoming a burden for either you or your partner. So getting to know each other is really all about explaining to each other what your needs are for the month, how to have your needs met so that your love relationship doesn't isn't affected negatively, or your finances and career. Okay, leave it at that. Now let's take a look at your career, since we have a focus on finances and career. Now I do have a little dog here who, for some reason, when I like to read, that's when he wants to play. If you happen to see, this is Buddha. He's a puppy, so he's still learning manners. Boo boo, go lie down. Go on. He's only about 8 months, so we're still teaching him. Oh, wow. Cards are flying out now because of it. Saw the Two of Cups and the Shadow card. So it's interesting because we're talking about relationship that may be negatively affected by codependency or addictions. The Shadow card talks about those things as well. So that may be affecting your finances and career. But let's take a closer look. Okay, let's see what's coming up for Virgo, September 2018. All right, I'm just going to cut the deck and then start reading. Okay, Universe card, trapped in fear, discontent, and boredom, and passion. So your career. Okay, so it looks like in the current situation right now, you do have a new perspective on your finances and career. So things, I mean, this is a wonderful card. This is also the World card. So you're coming out of a situation, having a better viewpoint, seeing the world differently through new eyes. This is a good thing because we're considering your career. And you're no longer in fear moving forward with regards to what your options are. If this was right side up, it would be that, you know, this is self-imposed fear, that you're trapped yourself in your own negative mindset, but you're not doing that right now, which is a really good thing. And I think it's because you have a new perspective on where you want to go. You kind of know where you're headed. You can see in your future as far as your career is more clearly than you have in the past. The problem is that while you may see the dream or your goals or your career, you're actually standing on it right now because here's the person standing on the rainbow. You know where you're headed, you know what you want, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can sense it, but it still seems so far away from reaching your goal. And this has caused you to have a sort of a feeling of discontent and boredom with regards, again, with your career. And I think it's because this is considered the Ace of Wands and it's upside down, and generally when it's right side up, there's a real passion here for new ideas, new projects, and this new project is sort of kind of fizzled out. And I think that's why you're kind of feeling like, oh, this isn't going to move forward because what I thought was going to transpire didn't quite transpire for me. So I'm going to get some qualifiers on this to see what's happening, because I do see that your career is moving in a far better place than it has been before, so that you're no longer, you know, struggling or feeling the struggle anymore. However, I do still feel that you're not exactly where you want to be in your career just yet, even though you do start to see the rewards. Okay, so I'm just going to get some clarifiers on what's going on here. Okay, so Bethany, this is all about taking care of yourself, and this is the new perspective. I think you've realized that you have to start putting yourself first in your career, going after what it is that you want, not being concerned about what other people think or what others' opinions with regards to your career are. You're starting to take care of yourself. You're doing whatever it takes to move forward in your career. For some people, it may be getting fit. For others, it may be study. For others, it may be a mindset, changing a mindset. You're really taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. Now, the trapped in fear, which you're no longer doing, we have spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help guide you in a positive perspective. Now, this was upside down, this card, trapped in fear. So I think that, you're no longer having to sort of isolate yourself anymore. And perhaps you've done that in the past, where you've taken the time to consider what it is that you need or require, how to move forward, what are the fears previous that you had to your career, or the blockages. So you're kind of taking yourself out of isolation and realizing there is nothing to fear. You have a positive perspective now, and you're moving forward. Now, the boredom and discontent clarification says take action. You're in touch with your truth in the situation. You need to trust and move forward. So, I feel for your career, it's continue to move forward. Don't stop. You already know that you're no longer letting negative thoughts or fears block you from your career. So continue to move forward and trust that things are moving in towards your goals, even though you may not sense that they are, or you can't quite see the manifestation or the final end to what you're trying to strive for in your career right now. Just continue to take the actions. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working, okay? And while it shows here that a project may not be moving as quickly as you want it to, it's kind of fizzled out. This card here is saying that this is a good idea. This is a good time actually to birth new ideas and situations in your life. So if this one didn't quite pan out, don't give up. Start something else. Try a new project. Maybe there is something already new on the horizon. So this is to let you know and to not feel upset or disappointed because, you know, what didn't work before. There is another project on the horizon ready to go. And that's why it's saying don't give up. Continue doing what you're doing, take the steps, because there is something new coming up for you. Okay, I want to also grab a life purpose card. Let's see what's going on here for Virgo, September 2018. These are career oriented as well, so let's see what the advice is. All right, cutting the cards, seeing what comes up. Light and love. Study. Talk to your angels. Okay. This is the light and love card. So it's saying your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Now this is the study card, but it is upside down, and I feel like to use the knowledge you already have. I don't feel like you need to go and study at this moment, but you definitely have a lot of wisdom that you need to utilize moving forward, because it's right underneath the action card. So the action you're going to take will be utilizing something that you've already studied, all right? And as far as the new ideas or some new project, it says talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So, you know, if you get to this point where a project didn't work out and you're wondering, and you know, you're not in fear, but you're probably wondering, you know, kind of disappointed about this project, talk to your guides, ask them what's going on, show me the next project, what is it that I need to work on to get to that project, and so forth. You know, what skills, what wisdom can I use to make this project come about? And the angels are there to guide you in that process. All right, now for the final card, let's grab an animal card. It's for Virgo, September 2018. All right, Virgo. You are the ram this month. Symbology is sacrifice, growth, divine life. I just wanted to show you the picture. This is quite beautiful. You see that? What a gorgeous card. All right. It reads, the ram is a symbol from ancient mythology that has long been associated with sacrifice and ritual slaughter. The ram's death is not only an offering, but a precursor to rebirth, and thus a symbol of renewal. The ram's association with new beginnings and new life is reflected in the astrological sign of Aries, which marks the start of the astrological year in spring. In the Odyssey, the hero Odysseus narrowly escapes from the Cyclops cave, and certain death by clinging to the underbelly of a ram, which hides him from the Cyclops' view. Very interesting. So there definitely is a renewal here. And again, I want to go back to here, just because there's something doesn't quite pan out. There is another project or another idea coming forward in your career. Could be another contract, for those who are in those types of jobs where you rely on contracts. So not to give up, because there is, you may have to sacrifice another project for something better to come around in September. And you will see that near the end of September. So do not give up. You have a great perspective on your career right now. You're no longer fearing obstacles or challenges or in your head about it, but don't become complacent with where you're at right now. Continue to take action steps towards your goals, and just because one goal doesn't work out, another goal will be achieved, and this one will be obviously better for you. So don't forget to ask for divine guidance throughout the process, and you will be successful. All right, Virgo, enjoy your September 2018.